Rashford to Bayern. This is interesting because this isn't the first time that we've heard this story, because we've seen Marcus Rashford obviously now be rejected by Barcelona. We've covered that story in full, so what's the next episode? Does he come back to the Premier League? Yes, he comes back to Manchester United, but you've got to look at the options that are there and where United want to send him. So there is the option of, obviously, the Premier League clubs that can afford him because there's more money in the Premier League, but what you've got to look at is the part where Manchester United did not want to sell him to a rival or anyone in the Premier League, let's just say. But Bayern Munich is the perfect destination for him. Now, the story has come about before, and Bild was talking about this before. It's come out again today now, with Rashford perhaps being open to it. I think talks would definitely go further forward if Rashford was willing, and this is what the stories are saying, if Rashford was willing to actually take a pay cut and actually go to Bayern Munich on a lot less than what he's on right now. Now, interesting, because last season Barcelona's wages for Marcus Rashford were cut already because United weren't in the Champions League. Rashford coming back to United now, with United in the Champions League officially now next season, means that he's back on the 325 grand a week. So it's different to what it was last season with Bayern Munich. And that's where there's a problem. That's where it obviously complicates things. Now, Villa would be quite happy to pay a lot of them wages. We've seen that before. Bayern Munich, no. Bayern Munich, by the way, willing to meet Manchester United's £34 million price tag on Marcus Rashford. That again is key because obviously that's 8 million more than what Barcelona were due to pay. But it was the wages and the amortization of the wages which Barcelona didn't want to put money to. So in their calculation, Barcelona seen Anthony Gordon at 69 million plus the wages they would have put on him over the span of 5 years of that contract, because he is 3 years younger than Marcus Rashford, as the same price year on year as it would for Marcus Rashford. So that there is the problem. That's the issue that Bayern Munich are going to be facing as well with Marcus Rashford. Is he willing to take that pay cut? Now, some people would say that there's no chance that Marcus Rashford moves to Bayern Munich simply because he's kicked up a stink. He wants to stay at Barcelona. He's never going to help Man United out and go to a club that they want him to go to. Yep, fair enough. But then again, who else is going to take him? And if he wants to play football and he wants to keep that Marcus Rashford brand and that profile going, then he is going to have to make a move. And if he's looking for Champions League football, sat on the bench again for Bayern Munich, looks like it is the best option at the moment. Club and player looking likely to be closer to agreeing for Bayern Munich than any other club as it stands. Now, Bayern Munich side of things, fee, fine, don't know what the wages are yet, but more than willing and are advancing and pushing now is the story coming out. Marcus Rashford to Bayern Munich, they want this to happen. They need cover up front for Harry Kane, and obviously they were looking to bring in Anthony Gordon for cover for Luis Diaz as well. That's not happened, so what's the best thing? Two birds with one stone. Bayern Munich looking at getting a deal for Marcus Rashford. Perfect. There is form as well with Bayern Munich. Buying English players before, obviously. You've got Harry Kane. You've got the likes of Eric Dyer as well. And players from the Premier League, like even the likes of Elise and Luis Diaz, again, last season, very close to taking them all the way in the Champions League. Now they're beaten by PSG, of course. But when you look at the opening there for Marcus Rashford, it makes complete sense. Is he willing to take the pay cut? Is he willing to drop them wages down to go to Bayern Munich and make this deal happen? United fully on board and willing to work this. The story is from the German side of things, from Bayern Munich as well, that fee is not a problem. The structure of it, no issue with Manchester United either, according to these reports. And the extra bonus of this is that, again, Nicholas Jackson, who was on loan last season for Bayern Munich from Chelsea, as we know, they did not take that loan out. So again, more room in wages for Bayern Munich to bring Marcus Rashford in. It makes sense in so many different ways, apart from Rashford himself. And again, it's the big question, it's the $1 million question. Will Rashford drop his wages? If he's going to Bayern Munich, I think Marcus Rashford might. I think he might actually think, you know what, I'm going to a massive football club, one that's won the Champions League more than even Barcelona. I think it makes more sense for him to go there, play with someone who he knows, like Harry Kane as well. That's always another plus. And I'm thinking of different reasons why Marcus Rashford would go. to Bayern Munich. And I don't think, when thinking about all of it and trying to find reasons why he wouldn't go against reasons why he would, I can't see him having any other option, because Manchester United are not bringing him back. The word from Manchester United is there is no avenue back for Marcus Rashford at all. Not a chance that he gets back in that Manchester United team, and they don't even want him in training. They've made this stance with quite a few people now. They've made this stance with Andre Onana already, saying obviously he's coming back from loan. Anyone coming back from loan, I don't know if they're going to create another bomb squad, but one thing that Man United do want to try and avoid is creating that atmosphere around Carrington again. They don't want the Malassias, the Anthony, the Garnachos, the Rashfords, the Sanchos, all sat in a different changing room at Carrington. So they are pushing for Marcus Rashford to go to Bayern Munich. The intermediaries that have been set up to go and find a solution to this for Marcus Rashford, they're all there, they're all working now. And this, again, hasn't necessarily come from that, because that was there before. But obviously, now the transfer window is getting close to opening in England, not for Bayern Munich. So they've got a bit more time in Germany to obviously work on deals and work on potential targets before they actually start exchanging money and talking actual structures of deals. So that's all in place, perfectly set up for Bayern Munich here. Marcus Rashford obviously has got time after the World Cup and when they come back. So when you look at it that way, there is no way around this. If you wanted to argue against it, it works out perfect for him. The only thing going against it, like I said again, and that is Marcus Rashford himself and just him actually wanting to do this. I actually do feel like, I don't know, because that message that he put on social media tells us a lot. He hates United. Looking like he's helping United out in any way at the moment is a big no-no, it would seem, for Marcus Rashford, but he's running out of options. So what I want you to do is get into the comment section and let me know what you think. Do you think that Rashford will actually end up leaving Manchester United for abroad or in the Premier League this season? Premier League teams are easier for Rashford, but that's because they'll play more money, by the way. But Man United don't want to sell to a rival. Now Arsenal are fully on in for Marcus Rashford and that opportunity as well, with the likes of Trossard and Martinelli looking like they're going to be pushed out by Arteta this summer. So United don't want to do that. So they're pushing Bayern. Rashford probably would take Arsenal because he knows that's going against United, and he would take any opportunity possible, it would seem, to have a go at United. It's Rashford against United again, but they are trying to work to get this done quickly so it doesn't drag out into another saga this summer. Manchester United want that money in because they will go for another forward after Rashford has gone. That's all the latest and everything that's been reported anyway on that one. Let me know what you think, everybody. And no, I'm not going to answer the questions, the obvious ones about the backdrop. It is a green screen, I promise. Like, share and subscribe.